Welcome back. You're still watching Nedbank Business Watch. Thank you for staying with us. We get into a conversation now with the head of branch networks, Zamangwane Dlamini. We want to talk driving dreams forward with Nedbank's flexible financing solutions. If you want a car, that dream car that you've always wanted, perhaps right now is the right time to go and get yourself that beautiful car, because Nedbank is right here at your doorstep with a great solution. And I know buying a car is a major milestone for many individuals, including myself. And so I'm quite excited to have this conversation with Zama as to how this solution can really come into my life and get me the dream car that I've always wanted. Welcome to the program. It's been a minute. How are you?
I'm well, thank you, Mguni. How are you?
Doing all right.
It's been quite some time.
Has it been, has it been over, was it last year, the last time we spoke?
I seem to come in yearly intervals to have a conversation with you.
Good enough. And today you come bearing good news. Let's talk about this financial solution. And, you know, buying a car is a major milestone. I think I've said that. Someone is at home right now thinking about, you know, I'm tired of going to the bus rank and queuing and having to wait in a kumbi for a daunting amount of time. Why now? Why in this economy do you have this solution?
Yeah, so we've introduced flexible financing solutions, as you've mentioned, and these are tailored to make vehicle ownership very easy for our consumers, smarter and more affordable. Of course, we want Eswatini to get behind the wheel of the car of their dreams, the car that they love, without the usual financial stress. And we know that in this economy, our consumers are all feeling the pinch.
Right.
We've got rising costs, rising interest rates, and that have made traditional financial access a little bit more strenuous and difficult. Right. So we as Nedbank are responding to this challenge with a range of innovative solutions. We've called these solutions the Nedbank Flexible Financing Solutions. We want to give Eswatini a range of innovative solutions. So essentially, we've listened and we are responding to those dreams in terms of Eswatini wanting to move into car ownership.
It sounds like a great deal indeed, because, you know, someone like myself who has felt the pinch that you're talking about of these, you know, rising costs, these consumer costs that are there. But not only that, but like the daunting activity of going to a bus rank. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's too cold. You just want that convenience of getting into your own car. Right now it's winter. Switch on that heater, enjoy your music and go home.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this flexible financing solution and its key offerings.
Yeah, so we've called it Nedbank Flexible Financing because it's exactly that. It allows the customer to it allows us to meet their customers' financial needs in a flexible manner. So we are meeting the client at their point of need. So whether you're looking to purchase a brand new vehicle or a used vehicle, we've made it easier to offer that. So essentially the key offerings, as you've asked, are that, of course, our new vehicles, we wouldn't expect a deposit from the customer in terms of that, and our repayment term has been extended to 84 months. Similarly, if you can find a reliable used car, you can get, you can purchase that car with a repayment term of up to 72 months with a minimum deposit of 5%.
It's interesting because, you know, banks, just like any other entity, organization, they have, you know, competition, they have competitors who would like to believe they also have a competitive edge. What makes Nedbank sort of, you know, have that value proposition that will make me choose Nedbank over any other bank? What makes you different?
Yeah, so interestingly, we've seen a strong shift in our clientele's preferences from the traditional brands of your BMWs, Mercedes, and the like, to more of the Chinese brands, your Cherries, your Yakos or Jakus, and Omoda models. Of course, customers are loving the bold styling that's in your face, the technology that comes with these types of vehicles, and the great value for money in terms of affordability. So what makes Nedbank different in the offering is that we are actually offering to give our clients peace of mind through the entire value chain of owning a car. So what we're saying is that our clients benefit off of our relationships and trusted partnerships with the full value chain of cars, from your dealerships to the fitment of your trackers to your comprehensive vehicle insurance. We are there with you every step of the way, and we want to give you premium pricing. We want to give you pricing that you can afford, which of course we are also pegging to say we are affordable, most affordable in the market.
Yeah. You know what? I actually understand now. Whenever I see someone driving a Motor, a Cherry, or however that other brand is pronounced, I'll know that it's financed by Nedbank. And I think that's beautiful to see a Eswatini driving beautiful SUV cars with their family members and just, the enjoyment of driving such a vehicle. But I do want to understand, owning such an expensive car requires, some sort of responsible lending.
Yeah, certainly. To your first point, we would want to target that all the cars that you've mentioned, the brands that you've mentioned, when you see them, they should certainly at least be financed through the Nedbank financing solutions. But like you're saying, we are offering comprehensive assets cover and vehicle insurance from the first day of purchase.
Right.
So from the day a client receives their car keys, they are protected from day one. So that's the peace of mind we're giving them. And then when it comes to financial commitments, we remain committed to responsible lending as Nedbank. Each client is assessed with the requisite care, and we ensure they're not taking on more than they can actually afford and manage. We do want to ensure that there's sustainable vehicle ownership through Eswatini. We want to have as limited scenarios or instances where you can no longer afford to repay for your car, in terms of now finding yourself going back into holding the line, like you mentioned, in some of the severe weather conditions.
100%.
Yeah.
And, it's quite simple, because if you really think about it, it's not only good for the bank that someone can pay back what they borrowed, but it's also good for them, because, they then find themselves in, an over-accumulating debt, borrowing money from other places to cover for this one. How do I apply? I think people at home now can imagine themselves driving that car. How do they apply?
So first of all, we have a simple commitment, and our commitment is that we promise a one-day turnaround time on applications. So what this means is that once you've chosen your car and submitted your documents, we aim to give you a financing decision or response within 24 hours. To apply, simply visit our nearest branch or your nearest branch and pick a vehicle of your choice from the dealership floor. We have ABF specialists who are also on dealership floors as well, and they can help you with this process end to end. Also, when you're choosing the vehicle of your choice, of course, we mentioned before that we have partnerships with some of the dealerships, and of course, those partnerships allow us to get to your interested model as fast as possible and help you make the right decision whilst being financially friendly to you as well.
Okay.
So, in a nutshell, we are saying that we provide flexible terms, real support to our clients every step of the way. And if you're in the market for a car, whether it's new or used, we remain available. Now is the time to talk to us. And your next car is literally on the dealership floor waiting for you to pick it up.
Interesting indeed. Zamangwane Dlamini is the Nedbank's head of branch networks. They are talking driving dreams forward with Nedbank's flexible financing solution. Get this, you grow up and you get committed to whatever dream that you have, and we say that you are driven, but you're not really driven until you have that vehicle, and Nedbank is here to make sure that your dreams are drivable indeed. So, and look, while you may have obviously remembered how you can find Nedbank on all social media platforms, or perhaps contact them on their help desk, Zama is here to remind you if you've forgotten.
Yes, please do contact us on our help desk, 3278 1999, as well as the email. It's helpdesk@nedbank.co.za. You can also find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and X, formerly known as Twitter. We are Nedbank Eswatini.
That's it. Driving your dreams forward with Nedbank's flexible financing solution.